Hi you guys. Today I'm coming to you with a delicious or tasty treat. Okay, let's get started. We all know about box cakes and most of us hate box cakes because, let's be honest, they taste like a box cake. Well, today we're going to use a box cake, but we're going to make it our own so that when you eat it, no one will even know that it came from a box. And I'm using Pillsbury. Simple Pillsbury yellow cake. It was what was on sale, so again, a regular box cake. Here's the fun part. We're not going to let it taste like a box cake. We're going to make it our own. So it's going to taste like a homemade cake, which we all know is delicious. And it's just a few simple steps you need to take to make a box cake taste like a homemade cake. Okay. Now I'm going to add, and this is the part that makes the cake taste like your cake and not a box cake. Now my family loves cinnamon, so we're going to use, let's see how much, a teaspoon of cinnamon. And again, if you like more or less, you can add more. If you like less, you can use less. Okay. And so here, now on the box, it tells you to put 1 cup of water. Water has absolutely no flavor. So what we're going to do to make it nice and rich and creamy and delicious, we're going to add 1 cup of milk. And this is how you make a box cake taste like it's your cake. To that, we are going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And again, if you like less vanilla, you can put less. We love vanilla in this house. It also calls on the back of most box cakes to add oil. Again, absolutely no flavor in oil. So we're going to put 1 stick of butter, melted butter. If you didn't have butter, you can absolutely use melted margarine. Now, on the box cake, it also says 3 eggs. We're using 5. Now I'm using 1 vessel because why make a mess and have something else to clean up? So I'm just going to put it right here with the milk and the butter. Please take a moment, hit the subscribe, like, and share button. Leave a comment. Let me know how you like this recipe. You can try it, make it your own. Maybe you use less eggs and not as much cinnamon, nutmeg instead. Again, leave a comment. Let me know how you liked it and what did you change to make it your own. Now I'm just gonna whisk this together. There we go. So we have eggs, milk, cinnamon, and butter. And did I tell you I'm going to make this a peach cake? I have 1 cup of frozen peaches. Now you can use canned peaches or fresh peaches. Frozen peaches happen to be on sale, so we're using frozen peaches. And if you didn't like peaches, you can use plums, apples. But again, we're crazy about peaches in this house, so I'm using peaches. And I'm just cutting them into bite-sized pieces. And again, when you make this cake, no one will believe that it's a box cake. And you could tell everyone it's your cake. The holidays is right around the corner. And so this is a good little recipe to have. Thanksgiving, New Year's, whatever holiday you celebrate. You can make a nice peach cake, or apple cake, or plum cake. And again, you just want to cut it into like bite-sized pieces. Pieces that's small enough to go throughout the whole cake. And we're almost there. If you was going to use apples, I would cut them up and maybe saute them first. Make them a little easier and soft to mix in the batter. Just in case they may not cook all the way through if you were to put them in without sauteing them first. Okay, I think we're there. So now, let's mix this into the dry batter. Wait, let me stir this up. You want to make sure the cinnamon is all the way through the batter, the dry batter, before you add the liquid. And it looks like we're there. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm going to switch to a metal spoon because I don't think that spoon is sturdy enough to mix this batter. It's quite a heavy batter. Okay, so we're gonna mix. I have my heavy spoon, so this should be good, a metal spoon, to mix this batter because it is a thick batter. And you just want to combine everything. You don't want to over mix. There we go. And as you stir it to mix it, you want to scrape down the sides, making sure everything is mixed together thoroughly. And I'm just pushing against the side of the bowl to break up any pockets of batter that's not moist yet. And you may need to do that from time to time as you're stirring. Okay. Now we're going to mix in our peaches. And we're going to give it one more stir. Let's see. And you want to make sure the peaches is all throughout the batter. And it looks like it is. Yep. Now, I have 2 pans that I've already prepared. And to prepare a pan, you just simply want to oil the pan, or like they used to say, grease the pan. And you can use regular cooking oil, not anything special. And you want to make sure you do this because the worst thing you want to do, one of the worst things you can do, is bake a cake and then can't get it to come out of the pan. It sticks to the pan. And I love these pans because you ever bake a cake and it's not cooked thoroughly, like properly, that can be from the pan you're using more than your oven. And I love these pans because 1, they're affordable, 2, they cook evenly. So here go 1. And 2. Oh, this is going to taste delicious. Okay. So, now you check your oven. Each oven cook at a different rate. My oven is about 25-30 minutes and the cake is done. You may have to start checking yours at 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So I'm just going to pop this in the oven. I check on it at 25 minutes, but by 30 minutes it should be done. Okay, so the cake's been cooling. I took it out of the oven and I'm just putting it on this plate. And if you're wondering how we're going to decorate this cake or what kind of frosting we're going to use, we're going to use Cool Whip. Nice, simple, easy Cool Whip. It is delicious. So here we go. We're just going to put a little on the first layer. And again, it doesn't matter how this comes out because this layer is going to be hidden by the top layer. And you definitely want your cake to cool when you bring it out of the oven. So if it takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes, let it cool. This could have cooled a little bit more because as you can see, it's kind of melting. If it's real hot, the Cool Whip will melt in minutes. And that's not a good thing. And we simply have some extra peaches. And I'm gonna cut this up to dice size, little bite size pieces. So that when your guests bite into the cake, you know, oh, this tastes so good. What did you do? Not that you have to tell them. You can let them think you slaved over the stove all day long just for them. And again, you just lay this random anywhere you want on the cake, throughout the cake. There's no pattern to it. And now here goes the second one. Oh, perfect. I love these pans. There we go with the second layer. And more Cool Whip. And remember, this is a homemade cake. And we're just going to start spreading it all around to the edge of the cake. And believe it or not, people will remember how a cake tastes much more than how it looks. If the cake is horrible, they will remember how horrible it tastes more than how it looks. I mean, we've all had cakes that you're like, oh, that was so horrible. I can't believe they served it. And you can put this in the refrigerator and let it set up a little bit more. Remember, it's still very warm. I probably should let it cool a little bit more. There we go. Okay. We're getting here. And now I'm going to decorate the top. And this would also give your guests a clue of what the cake is when they see the topping. A peach cake. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of my weekly uploads of delicious treats and tasty eats. And if you like this recipe, hit the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know, how did you like it? I think that's wonderful. Oh, I can't wait to try it. Okay. I think that is a gorgeous homemade cake. No one need not ever know that it started for such humble ingredients as a box cake. It is now your peach cake. So until next time, enjoy.